I still can't believe she did that. No time for faffing about, Miss Vladimir. We have a show to put on. Oh, hells, is that today?
Sure is, and we've got to come up with an awesome video. Wouldn't do to have the channel go belly up while Luce is gone and all.
Very well then, I suppose it is the least I could do while we await a court date. So, what video did you two have in mind? You didn't have one, did you?
Look, this whole thing's just been really stressful, okay?
Well, if you two will lend your support, I feel like I have an idea. It's risky, but it could be just as entertaining as one of the Ring Mistress's videos. Whatever it is, we're with you. What's your idea? Not to worry, I'm sure if we work together as a team, you will find out in due time. Hello, you delectable morsels. My name is Veronica von Vladimir, and I am your host for this evening's video. While our local loon, Lucy, is currently handling the drudgery of the laws of Ravnica's most obnoxious guild, I and the other performers here at Harlequest have put together a wonderful video for you all. The name of the game today is Partner Commanders, specifically partners in the wider sense of the word. Commanders you can put alongside another in the command zone. Why settle for one legendary creature after all? The answer is, you don't need to. There's a myriad of different options to put multiple cards into the command zone, and I'm here to tell you what those are and the reasons you would want to include them in your decks. Settle in, there's quite a bit more than a few of these. Without further ado, let's begin. To begin with, there's the first instance of this mechanic, Partner with. That's correct. The pure partner mechanic was not the first instance of this ability. To illustrate this, I have both Camber, the Plunderer, and Laureen, the Diversion. As you can see, they partner with the other. This means two things. If one of them is your commander, you can have the other in the command zone as well. Only the other one. Strictly monogamous, these two. Meaning, in the case of Camber and Laureen, your deck's color identity is red and black. And your deck size will end up being 98, as 2 commanders plus 98 equals 100 total cards. Giggles, I'm fairly certain our audience is capable of basic math. In addition, they are so close that if you have them in the 99 cards of your deck, you can search your deck for the other and put it into your hand. Technically, you could target any player and they could search the partner, but there are 25,000 cards in this game, and anyone could be playing different combinations of them in their decks. Don't do this. Just target yourself. While this is the most restrictive of the partner mechanics, they tend to work very well together and function in both the command zone and the 99. Now, it is much more likely you're more familiar with this concept of partner commanders. The original partner keyword is much more flexible, but like open relationships can be without proper communication, is much more complicated. Gruff, what in the hell is that joke? It's simply dreadful. It would do you well to show you all an example, I suppose. I hear this combination is quite popular. Timna the Weaver and Crom, Ludwig's Opus. Many of the same examples apply to the two different kinds of partners. For instance, with 2 commanders in the command zone, your deck total is still 98, and that applies to the rest of these different partner variants as well. In addition, your color identity is the combination of the 2 commanders. Again, a trait that carries over for all of these variants. The main benefit of traditional partners like this is the ability to pick and choose from an ever-expanding array of different partners. The pool of options is wider and, as such, has more deck building opportunities. Truly a deck builder's paradise. Before I speak on the 2 narrower options on multi-commander deck building, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the oddity that is... Gruff, this joke is preposterous. No one would laugh at this.
Veronica, that's just what it's called. I didn't write a joke here or nothing.
You're serious? They named an actual mechanic this.
I am afraid so, but please continue on. This bit is running its course.
Fine. The Friends Forever mechanic on the Stranger Things Secret Lair. These are a series of 7 cards who have personas within and without the Magic the Gathering universe. They can be combined with any of the other 6 cards in order to form your commander pairing. It's very narrow and clearly made for an isolated secret lair, but these alone offer 21 different potential decks to build just from this small set of cards alone. It shows the power of creativity that this sort of mechanic provides. The script also says I should ask you to subscribe. So do that now. The next type of multi-commander pairs is from the Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate set. Choose a background. This one is a bit more complex. A series of creatures in Commander Legends 2 had the ability to choose a background. This, like Partner, only applies to choosing it as a commander. One example is Shadowheart Dark Justiciar. However, you don't choose another creature. You choose that creature's backstory. Backgrounds are a series of enchantments that give a look into the potential past of the character. Was Shadowheart an acolyte of Bahamut? Maybe she had a noble heritage. Or perhaps she is simply a shameless charlatan. The choice is up to you. Now, the downsides to this is a lot of the power of the pair relies on you having both of them on the battlefield at the same time. The enchantment does nothing without the creature, and the creature is lackluster without the enchantment. While many of the legendary creatures are okay on their own, they don't meet their full potential until they accept their backstory. That's a thought. Finally, we have the newest partnership. The Doctor has invaded the multiverse and he brought all of his companions with him. Frankly, it's a bit complicated, but that's time travel for you, I suppose. This mechanic works by picking one Doctor from the 13, 15, 16, 17? Ugh. I hate time travel. Regardless, you pick one of them, then you can choose a creature with the Doctor's Companion keyword, and they can, well, act as a companion in the command zone. No, not like that companion, never mind. This method is a bit closer to the original partner, but it's closer to Friends Forever where the mechanic is centralized into this specific product. It enables plenty of different options to build decks, especially with a card like Clara Oswald in the mix. Clara is 6 mana for a 2/6 legendary human advisor with 3 abilities. She is one of the Doctor's companions, of course, but she's also an impossible girl. If Clara Oswald is your commander, you choose a color before the game begins. Clara Oswald is the chosen color. That means she can add any additional color to any of the Doctors, multiplying the deck building possibilities exponentially. And, as an additional effect, she can help any Doctor double up on their effects with her last ability. The Doctor and their companions are eager to explore the universe while you explore the multitude of different decks you can build with these commanders. Now, why explore a partnership like this? Well, for a multitude of reasons, actually. For one, by simply using any of these options, your deck is smaller, and as such, more consistent. It's a very, very minor thing. The statistical probability of drawing the specific cards you want from a deck of 99 versus a deck of 98 is infinitesimally small, but it is still there, and it is still a benefit. It is not a large one that you should consider in deck building, but nevertheless. One of the more notable reasons is to simply double up on the absolutely insane cards that exist in this game that benefit off of your commander simply existing. For example, there's the infamous cycle of free spells in Commander. Each of these spells offers a very powerful effect that you can cast for free if you control your commander. In the case of partners, that works for any card in your command zone. Background enchantments, Planeswalker partners, anything. They all work absolutely fine. There's also a myriad of spells that trigger off of or benefit from how many times you've cast a commander from the command zone. One of the more notable examples is Font of Magic. For 3 and a blue mana, you get an enchantment that says instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 generic mana less to cast for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. If you only have one commander, you would need to pay your commander tax much more and make this particular card worse. But with 2 commanders, this card gets very good very quickly. In addition, if you have 2 creatures in the command zone, some of the other partners and all of the cards that buff your commanders are better. For example, if you have 2 commanders along with the background enchantment Inspiring Leader, your creature tokens would be getting +4/+4 as long as both of your commanders are on the battlefield, and that's one of the more underwhelming options. In conclusion, sometimes it is better to partner up with someone. While individual commanders have the option to be more specialized in their abilities, the option to mix and match different potential commanders is extremely valuable. So, when you're thinking of putting together a commander deck next, maybe take a look at a pair of partners and see if mixing them is right for the deck you're building. I believe Lucy would ask you to watch another video at this point. I am not asking. I am telling you. Watch this one. As always, We here greatly appreciate your continued viewing of the show. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all have a truly malevolent evening. Farewell.